Tom Aspinall has just revealed the exact blueprint he plans to use to destroy Ciryl Gane. And the MMA world is in shock as is cold. Calculated breakdown shows he isn't coming to compete, he's coming to dominate.
I don't really care about belts and stuff.
From Stand 'Em Up. Got a question for Tom Aspinall. Tom. One question. Obviously, you've defended your interim title once already. Do you feel like this is your second title defense, or is the interim belt and the actual belt different for you?
To be honest, I don't really care about belts and stuff. I just care about my next fight. Cyryl's my next fight. He's the guy I'm focused on. This fight's been simmering for a long time, do you know what I mean? We've been talking about this fight for a long time, so I'm just ready to fight this guy already and take him out.
The easy thing would be to try to take Ciryl to the ground. Is it obviously going to be the game plan, or are you going to try to strike with Ciryl?
I think if I hit anybody, I can knock anybody out. And I think that Ciryl is no exception, but obviously there are some weaknesses in his ground game that we've seen. I'm sure he's improved.
Tom Aspinall says he's already seen enough of Ciryl and style to know exactly where to break him, and he's confident in this fight. This won't last long once the octagon door shuts. Aspinall acknowledges Gane as a slick, dangerous striker, but calls him one-dimensional. A fighter who looks elite until someone pressures him, wrestles him, and forces him to defend. Tom's game plan is simple, but ruthless. Mix the hands, shoot when Gane isn't expecting it. Use his speed to cut the cage, keep the Frenchman panicking. And the moment Gane hits the mat, Aspinall promises it's over. A quick takedown, heavy ground and pound, and a finish because, in Aspinall's eyes, Ciryl Gane can strike. But he cannot survive the chaos that's coming.
Fighting, you know, so you can understand a little bit of shit talk there in Tom's nice, kind of respectful fashion without, you know, lowering himself and losing his temper and you know, just using facts to talk shit realistically. And he was in Paris, by the way, because I met up with him and his dad. But he fought Ngannou for the belt. Then he fought Jones for the belt. And now he's fighting Tom for the belt. You know, he's certainly getting the opportunities.
Yeah, and Tom's right. I mean, if Ciryl goes out there and loses to Tom this time around, it's tough, as we know, to go and get that fourth title shot after something like this, when you've dropped them like that. It's definitely a must-win situation if he wants to be the champion. Now, it's not a must-win situation in terms of his career. He's not going anywhere as long as he wants to fight. But if you want to be champ, man, especially with a guy like Tom, where you don't beat him now, there's probably not a good chance that you're going to be getting back to that one anytime soon.
Well, in terms of the matchup, they're both big men, similar sizes. They're both athletic, very athletic. They're fast, the pair of them. They're both very coordinated. I think if I had to give an advantage to Ciryl, it'd be in the, you know, maybe in the movement. Maybe he's a little slicker on the feet, but he's not as powerful as Tom. And Tom's certainly slick, as we know. But the wrestling, the grappling side of things, it's not even a conversation. It's not a conversation. So. Tom should be able to take him down if he chooses to. So if Ciryl Gane isn't training in Dagestan for 2-3 months, years, days, weeks,
or Arkansas.
Or Arkansas, brother.
Yeah, he's just go down there with brass.
Get up there with brass. If he's not just solely working on his grappling, then he's a fool.
Official, and I cannot wait to see some of your reactions when Ciryl Gane gets a unanimous decision over Tom Aspinall. Now, that's not an official prediction from me, at least not yet, but I think some of you guys need to realize how close this fight really could be. I know the common expectation here is that Tom Aspinall is just going to walk through Ciryl Gane in the first round, whether by knockout or whether by grappling. Everybody thinks Tom Aspinall is going to make it look easy. But if that happens, I would be very, very surprised. Ciryl Gane is being underrated here. People are very down on Ciryl Gane right now, and understandably so. He got submitted in the very first round by John Jones, and also he didn't look great against Volkov. He won the decision, but a lot of people thought he lost. I'm telling you guys right now, in a 5-round fight, if Ciryl Gane could avoid the big shot, I actually think he has a really, really solid chance of winning. People say Tom Aspinall is the most agile heavyweight of all time, but don't forget, before Tom Aspinall, everybody was saying that about Ciryl Gane. And in my opinion, Ciryl Gane beat Francis Ngannou on the scorecards, and some people would argue Francis Ngannou at that time was the greatest heavyweight we had ever seen. So I am going to withhold from making an official prediction right now, but do not be surprised if I end up picking Ciryl Gane over Tom Aspinall, and do not be...
Aspinall believes his versatility is the key. Calling himself the most complete heavyweight in the division, dangerous on the feet, and dominant on the ground. His game plan is simple. Pressure Gane early, make him panic, and break him down piece by piece. Analysts agree, pointing to Gane's losses to John Jones and Francis Ngannou as proof that relentless wrestling is his biggest weakness, and Aspinall intends to exploit it from the opening second.
The over a year hiatus. Everybody knows, I don't have to explain what's gone on, but this is no fault of my own that I've been off for a year. Me and Ciryl finally signed on the dotted line around about this time last year when I fought in Manchester, fought Curtis Blades. The original opponent was Ciryl Gane. Unfortunately, Ciryl Gane was busy that day. Ciryl was filming his Netflix series. Can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure you can check it out now on Netflix. Ciryl was doing that, so he couldn't make that date either, and now we are matched up for the 25th of October, Abu Dhabi. Me and Ciryl, the fourth attempt is here, and this is Cyryl's third title shot, so we are going to try and get rid of Ciryl Gane from the title picture for good. Well, I am the best heavyweight in the world, but I want to show everyone that I'm the best heavyweight in the world, and I want to give him his third title shot loss and get him out of there.
Tom Aspinall just seems to be far ahead of all of them.
You know that him and Gane's fight is going to expose us a few things, because Gane might be the only guy in that heavyweight that might match him speed-wise.
Tom?
Yes.
Tom is just going to do exactly what Kamzat did to DDP to him. We all know that Gane doesn't have
but
any
funny
wrestling.
enough, Tom never really
wrestles.
does that. No, he does wrestling, but he doesn't wrestle like that. He wrestles to find a finish.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
it might not be like a dominant wrestling the way Kamzat was, but he's going to utilize his wrestling skill against Gane. You know, Tom is a smart
Yes,
fighter.
I hope Gane does something, like he's able to do something, because
like throw a knee out of space or what.
Aspinall's wrestling is not very aggressive like these guys. So if he's able to stuff if one or two takedowns and then keep it on the feet, he might have a chance.
Aspinall has promised to attack that same weakness with even more speed and explosiveness than anyone Gane has ever faced. And fans are fired up because he isn't just aiming to win. He wants to make a violent, career-defining statement. For Tom, this is the fight that proves he's the future of the heavyweight division, the most dangerous big man alive. But even with a clear plan, MMA remains unpredictable. And Gane's elite striking sharp footwork and ability to land one perfect shot keep this matchup electric.
Against Ciryl Gane, he had a plan to get his revenge, because although he pretended to pay his respect backstage, he later made a video exposing Ciryl ducking him.
Ciryl Gane was in attendance, won the fight. Matchmakers came to me and they said, "Do you want to fight Ciryl?" I said, "Absolutely." A day later, I got the phone call, Ciryl Gane doesn't want to fight me.
Tom then went ahead and won another fight in the first round, but when he was in the front row of Cyryl's fight, Ciryl got asked about fighting him next, but turned it down in the octagon.
I know a lot of people talk about Aspinall, but this doesn't make sense for me.
Then UFC came to London, and Tom was supposed to fight Ciryl, but he was busy filming his Netflix series that day, so he ended up fighting Curtis and won in the first round. And now, a year later, they've been matched up again.
This is the fourth time they've matched up together.
Who do you think is going to win this fight?
He's dismissed me on multiple occasions, and I'm not the first guy that he's dismissed. The reason that I got the Pavlovich fight was because Ciryl didn't want it. He then ducked Curtis Blades. I just don't like the way he does stuff professionally, because that's the opposite to what I do. I'm here to prove I'm the best, not duck out of fights with people.
We finally got Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Chill, we've been screaming about this Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom minus 325, Gane plus 260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall minus 325, Ciryl Gane.
Aspinall has already prepared for that danger too, saying he'll control the range, cut off the cage, and never let Gane get comfortable, because in his mind, Gane is already defeated. The buzz is real. Tom Aspinall has laid out the blueprint, and the MMA community believes he's ready to execute it. Now the only question left is simple: can Ciryl Gane find a way to survive?